Both of these aspects together beginning today are leading us beautifully. But I would say the warning coming from both of them is do not rush. Do not be overly egotistical. Make sure you are staying grounded. Make sure that you are being led by the right motive, by the right intention. We have two astrological elements that we're going to be pulling for today, and we are entering Libra season, so we've got different decks that we're going to be using. Very exciting. We're going to pull them both overhead today, so let's just get this roll underway and see what our numbered indicator and shuffle is going to give for us. Okay, it's a 3 and a 1. Lovely. That's a 4. That's stabilizing energy. 3s are about collaboration and creativity, and 1s are about new beginnings. And also they're an independent energy, right? Like about you. Creativity having to do with you, a new creative beginning, a new collaborative beginning. And I'm looking at both of the 2s here, just the way these were rolled. So 2s are about decisions and partnerships, etc. It's going to be very exciting to see what comes through for this energy. So let's get these decks shuffled up. Okay, so the first aspect we're going to be talking about is this pull here. Monday, September 22nd, the sun enters Libra on the equinox, inviting us into balance. It's a moment to pause, to honor the shifting light, and to find harmony in how we're giving and receiving, of course, with the Libran energy, both within ourselves and in our relationships. I also want to read you the blurb from astrology.com just for a little more information. It says, today marks a perfect balance of light and dark as the sun enters the sign of Libra. The equinox ushers in a season of give and take, prompting us to seek harmony both in our lives and within ourselves. So the fall season, depending on which hemisphere you're in, of course, could be the spring season, is about a 3-month period. And of course, Libra season is a month long. So that is what we are going to be looking at here for this energy. Let's see what we first have for the oracle. We've got the Patience card. Interesting. I kind of love this, especially with Libran energy. You want to have patience. You want things to be in balance. You want to feel like things are coming into a harmony energy, right? There's this sense of spirit saying you're flying with this particular card and the depiction, while also allowing things to flow. It's like a nice kind of trip or a relaxed energy that comes from this card always. Whenever we get the Patience card in this particular deck, which I love this deck, it's this sense of divine flow happening, but not at a hurried pace. So it's lovely to pull this for Libra season, especially since the fall equinox is also beginning and we have a new season of harmony allowing itself to be presented to us. The guidance of the card is to be patient in the divine flow. You want to make sure that you're allowing here, you're receiving and you're allowing and you're acting and you're doing with this slower kind of vibe. You're not going to be rushing, you're not going to be pushing. Everything should be done in moderation is what they're giving me, with a sense of understanding, a sense of being led. Let's see what we have for the tarot. Ooh, I love this. The sun in Libra. It looks like she's adjusting the sun almost. Maybe she's experiencing, the giving of the light of the sun and the way that this is depicted here, I'm going to now assume that this is the sun as well. So we've got the sun pictured. This looks like the rising sun or the setting sun. It feels like she's adjusting the sun. They're saying that again. The sun card is one of the most positive cards in the entirety of the tarot. Some people will read this as the most joyful and positive card in the tarot. It's a major arcana card. It is a masculine energy, but the way that we're doing or actioning with masculine energy here is patiently. You're doing things with this sense, again, of moderation, of being led, of divinity. It's a moment, as we were talking about, to pause, to find the harmony, the reciprocity in things. So she almost feels patient with the divine light that comes from the sun. The sun energy marks healing, growth, joy. It's a life-giving source. So throughout the entirety of Libra season, they're basically telling us that it's okay for us to experience the growth, to sit in it a bit, to allow things to happen, to allow ourselves to be illuminated, while also being very patient. So we are going to be moving forward nicely, but I feel like it's going to be done in a very balanced way. There's going to be no need for us to be pushing ourselves or pushing things forward. There's some joy as well to be experienced here with the sun. Sometimes with the sun card, you'll also get this peg to the past. Maybe you'll be healing things that have to do with your past experiences. And the reason why that's available is because you're allowing yourself to be patient in that healing process. Again, this is not a rushed energy for Libra season. For the next month or so, with this pull, they're telling us we want to be lit up. We want to make sure that we're actioning things that are in alignment to bring us joy and happiness and healing. We also want to be in the flow and being patient with ourselves and others as we move forward, as we continue to grow, and as we continue to heal. Let's see what we have for a charm. Of course, the turtle charm. Hopefully you can see that. The turtle charm, very cute, very telling. The turtle and the sun, soaking up the rays. It's not just going to be about pushing and doing and forcing and going. It's also going to be about leaning back, soaking up the rays, listening for your next insight, listening for the best direction, taking action in a flow, being able to move things forward, flying forward with ease. Love that. Love the turtle. Okay, also on Monday, September 22nd, Mars is going to enter Scorpio here. And these two cards are for that pull and that aspect. Mars is moving into Scorpio and the energy is going to get intense. This is about harnessing your strength, moving with strategy, and letting your passion drive you forward without needing to announce your every move. Love that kind of energy. You know, the energy getting intense while we're also seeing that there is balance happening over the course of the next month. It's nice that this happens today. Scorpio and Mars together can be a bit intense is a good word, but lighting things up, deeply lighting things up. We want to be able to harness the power of this deep energy to move forward without having to be screaming it from the rooftops, right, is what they're saying. Screaming it from the rooftops. Let me read you the blurb from astrology.com. It says, today marks a perfect, it says, the first day of autumn may feel a bit eerie as Mars enters Scorpio. For the next few weeks, the warrior planet settles into one of its ruling signs, unleashing its full power. This transit will amplify our ambitions, personal strength, and passion, be smart, and move in silence. Woo, exactly. This Mars will be in Scorpio through November 4th, so that's about 6 weeks. So a little bit longer than the Libra season here. We really have this beautiful intensity that's coming from this energy, which I absolutely love, and it's not boastful. So we don't want to be fooled by the sun being bright and shiny. You could definitely overdo it in Libra season, coupled with Mars in Scorpio. Again, you know, we have the perfect coupling. Mars is at home in Scorpio. It's one of its ruling planets. And so the energy is going to be driving you. It is how you are going to use that strength and use your passion and use that intensity to drive you forward without having to, as I said, be in the spotlight, be egotistical. It's going to be an interesting energy because this is so nice. It helps us move forward with balance. Let's see what we have for this particular pull. Mars in Scorpio. Oh, the new beginnings card. Wow. There we go. Okay. It's a new way, they're saying. It's a new way. The new beginnings card is exactly what it sounds like. There's a path that is being presented. There is a new way of doing something, a new plan perhaps that you're putting into place, something that you're igniting, something that you're going to light up. Mars is the warrior planet, so we don't want a new war brewing. We don't want a new fight, especially not within yourself, especially as it connects to your dreams or your goals. You want to be fighting for those dreams in a really positive, high expression. It's about passion and a new beginning, lighting the way forward for you to be able to gain your strength and follow that energy. So they're telling us this is the start of something new. This fall season, Libra season, the fall energy, it's kicking off with a bit of a bang, and we're not meant to be taken down by it, I think. I think we need to pay attention and be conscious of the intensity of this energy to be able to harness it and use it for our highest good. So let's see what we have here with the tarot. Wow, the King of Wands. Holy, yes. Okay. All right, wow. The King of Wands. Look at you. Yeah, look at this pull. I was just saying, look at you, Spirit, putting these cards together like this with this aspect. The King of Wands is the King of Fire. Highest expression of the suit. Master of the suit. Wow. I'm a little, like, you can feel the intensity of this coupling. A King of Wands can be extremely inspiring. He's the leader. He leads with inspiration. He leads with his passion. He is extremely creative. The underbelly of this energy can be a bit scary, can be a bit intense. Fire in low expression at a high level like this can be resentment and anger and lashing out, okay? Burning things to the ground. We really need to stay away from that vibe. That's why it's really nice that these are pulled together, I would say, just because you have this beautiful forward moving masculine energy that is patient and grounded and slow. So pulling you back from this intense, fiery, giddy up, let's go, King of Wands with a new beginning. If a King of Wands experiences an inspiration that shows him the way, so he sees it, he feels it, he's going to go after it regardless, period. That's what he does. That's what he's good at. And because he is such a charismatic and confident leader, you know, people are going to be seeing him, noticing him, etc. This can blow up somebody's head, right? Like make them have a big head or put them into a really egoic energy. And that is what we're trying to avoid with Mars in Scorpio. We want to be able to harness this high level strength that you have. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, what you're creating, what you're inspired to do, where you're inspired to go, what's lighting up within you that is leading you, you are meant to follow it with this aspect. You are meant to embark upon this path. Understand that it is a bright new beginning that is calling you for a reason. You're meant to embark upon it, right? To giddy up and go. However, you've got to be able to harness your light and harness that spirit, harness the fire in order to be able to make tracks, right? So he's going to go after his passion no matter what. He knows exactly how to do that. He, again, is very confident and he's competent and he knows he can do it. Okay? And so as you're moving along your path, this coupling for the next 6 weeks, you're going to want to make sure that you check in with your spirit, check in with your fire, that it's not getting away from you, that you're not getting a big head, that you're not moving into an egotism, that you're not, you know, lashing out is what I would say, or spitting fire at people. If you feel frustrated by something, or you're getting upset about something, you want to kind of calm yourself down before you move out into the world or into a conversation or into a next step. That's why I'm saying it's really nice to have this coupling here, because we get the masculine energy with the sun, but again, she's making adjustments. That's what it feels like. We're making adjustments to how it is we're shining. We're making the plans or taking the steps to be able to move forward based on our fire, what we're being called to do and to lead in a certain way, but we're not overdoing it. Patience and new beginnings. The Sun and the King of Wands. This is a very primed time. This feels high level. Yes. Feels like big changes, big new beginnings. You probably would have felt this coming, right, through the eclipse season, because we're just out of it now. And it closed like yesterday. So we're going to start feeling the effects of what we've learned or what we've reflected upon during the eclipse season. And this energy really wants you to giddy up and go, to pay attention to that and to move forward. Let's see what the charm is that connects to this energy. Ooh, it's a frog, a turtle and a frog. It's the frog charm. Love this. You can see here the chameleon or the lizard that is often pictured in the suit of wands, especially with the high expression, the queen and the king, the page and the king, where there's transformation and there's shifting. And the frog is a representation of that as well. When we get to the stage from like a tadpole, right, the transformation that happens to a frog, when we get to the stage of the frog, there is forward movement. You're going to be making like big leaps or big jumps to move you forward. It feels like this is giddy up and go, let's do this. What are we waiting for? But I think, again, they're giving us a frog here. They're not giving us a horse or something that just steadily moves forward. We're also getting a very slow moving animal here. So it's like, take that leap and then reassess, reconnect, make sure you're still one and in alignment with your spirit. And then you hop forward, This is intense energy. It's powerful energy. Both of these aspects together beginning today are leading us beautifully. But I would say the warning coming from both of them is do not rush. Do not be overly egotistical. Make sure you are staying grounded. Make sure that you are being led by the right motive, by the right intention. And this new beginning is going to kind of lay itself out for you. You're going to need to show up. You're going to need to show up with intention. You're going to need to be ready to do what you need to do. But there will be adjustments that need to be made along the way, they're saying. So it's very important for you to continue to check in, especially over the next 4 to 6 weeks with yourself, to make sure that you're being led in the right direction. You feel like all of the energies are in alignment for you. And then continue forward. Wow, what a vibe today. Fresh out of eclipse season, and it's time to move forward. Love this. So you can keep up with the Astro guidance on the Astro playlist. The next aspect that I'll be talking about happens Wednesday, October 1st. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.